Have you ever felt like you were walking around with a cloud over your head? Even when the sun is shining, even when life looks good from the outside, like your day just started but something feels off. You're drained, you're distracted, you're distant. You've ever been there? Like, God, I know you're real, but right now I can't feel you. I'm drowning in this heaviness and I don't even know why. Well, let me be real with you. That's not just a bad mood. That's negative energy creeping in like a thief, trying to steal your focus, trying to steal your faith and your fire. But here is the good news, family. You don't have to live under that cloud. You don't have to sit in silence while your peace gets snatched. You don't have to keep tolerating toxic environments and calling it just life. No, you were born to dominate, not just survive. Hey, what's going on? I'm Terrence Sams. Listen, today we're going to talk about 3 ways to repel negative energy once and for all. And I will share with you how letting God lead the way brings you into a whole new realm of freedom. Guys, I'm not talking about hype. I'm talking about habits. I'm talking about practical tools that you can use every day to protect your mind and your emotions. Strategy number 1, protect your peace like it's gold. Like, I need you to stop treating your peace like it's an option. Your peace is not a luxury, it's a life source. You don't pour from an empty cup. Think of your peace like this. I want you to envision your peace sort of like a phone battery. If you're at 5% all day, how far do you really think you're going to go? Yeah, look, here's where negative energy sneaks in on you. I'm talking about that friend of yours who drains you with every conversation, but you keep answering. Or that DM, you know you shouldn't open, but you do it anyway. Or what about that voice in your head telling you you're behind, not enough, you're not ready? Man, God never called you to be a dumping ground. He called you to be a wellspring. So here's how we're going to fix that. Number 1, create inner space before you enter outer chaos. Yeah, man, we have to understand that your peace is your power source. So start your day in silence. Studies show that people who start their day with silence, with prayer or meditation, even just for 10 or 15 minutes, they report lower stress levels, better emotional regulation, more productivity throughout the day. So I need you to plan to wake up 10 or 15 minutes earlier. And before the world starts shouting at you with emails or text messages or even social media, I want you to press play on peace. Yeah. Here's another way to create inner space. I want you to play worship or meditation music when you wake up, because studies show that what you hear within the first 15 minutes after you wake up has the ability to impact your entire day. So be cognizant on what you hear and what you watch. Playing worship or meditation music the moment you wake up is more than a vibe. It's a spiritual strategy. And here is why. Because the sound is atmosphere shifting. Music is one of the fastest ways to set your emotional and mental tone. It goes deeper than your thoughts. It hits your spirit. See, when you play worship or meditation music, your stress level decreases, your heart rate slows down, and your mind, man, it becomes quiet enough to hear God clearly. Like, you really create an atmosphere where peace feels at home and chaos has to leave. Oh yeah. Let me give you one more way to create inner peace before entering a world of chaos. I am talking about journaling. Oh my goodness. Life moves fast, but journaling slows you down long enough to check in with your soul because you get an opportunity to ask, how am I feeling today? What am I grateful for? What do I need to release? Or what do I want to create? This is actually therapy on paper, reflection with a direction. So what I'm saying is, when we manage our morning, we dominate our day. You shift from reacting to responding. You stop letting notifications dictate your mood. And you even stop letting people's energy shape your experience. Oh yeah. If you think that's all you need to eliminate negative energy forever, oh no. Just wait until you hear about the next strategy. Strategy number 2, limit access, don't limit love. Here's what I mean. Energy is currency and you got to budget it because you're like a bank account, right? You only have a limited number of withdrawals you can make before you're in overdraft. And so every time someone calls you to vent or ask you to fix their crisis or even pull on you emotionally, it's a withdrawal. But if you never set limits, you'll wake up overdrafted emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Research from the Psychological Association shows that decision fatigue and emotional exhaustion happens when you don't regulate your mental energy. It happens when you don't regulate your mental boundaries. So when you give everyone full access to your thoughts, to your time, to your spirit, you're not being helpful. You're heading towards burnout. Like really, some of you are tired, not because you're doing too much, but because you're carrying too much that doesn't belong to you. You're emotionally exhausted, mentally drained, spiritually scattered, all because you haven't set boundaries. But let me be clear. Saying no is not rude. Protecting your peace is not cold. Like choosing silence, it's not disrespectful. It's wisdom. Because when you're called to do something bigger, you've got to manage your energy like it's a currency. So how do we do that? Here's how. Number 1, just decide your capacity ahead of time. So before the day starts, check in with yourself. How much can you give today? And really set that line before someone else tries to cross it. Number 2, use clear, kind communication. Like, you don't need to explain your whole life. Like, boundaries don't require an essay. So try this. If something comes up, you could say, hey, I need a little space today, but I'm thinking of you. Or if you're working, you could say, I want to be here for you, but can we talk about this after I finish my work? Like, I really need to stay focused right now. Or maybe, let me circle back when I have more space to show up completely and fully. This is actually how you protect your energy and protect your relationship. Here's another way, another idea. Create buffer zones in your day. Like, don't schedule yourself to death. Leave room, breathing room, leave margin. Rest is not a weakness. Stillness is not laziness. Space is not a waste. It's what keeps your mind sharp. It keeps your heart open and your spirit aligned. Oh yeah, that's how you limit access without limiting your love. Now, before I get into the next strategy for eliminating negativity, which absolutely changed my life, I want you to make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're on a self-improvement journey in 2025. Oh yeah. Are you ready? Strategy number 3. This is a good one. Walk away when necessary. Sometimes the most spiritual, the most mature, and the most powerful thing you can ever do is walk away. Not because you're weak, but because you're wise enough to know that if it costs your peace, if it costs your clarity, it's too expensive, baby. Like, there are some things you were never meant to fight. Arguments you've never meant to get involved with, distractions, toxic cycles, and yet we step right into those situations trying to fix them, trying to prove ourselves or show that we're right. Do you know that engaging in frequent conflict can lead to long-term mental fatigue, higher anxiety, even physical health problems like high blood pressure? So let me ask you, why do you keep paying for battles with your peace, with your sleep, with your purpose? Let me give you exactly how to deal with that, how to apply this to your life. I like to call this having a peace check. Yeah, you have to have a peace check. So before you respond, ask yourself, will this build or drain me? Ask yourself, is this a battle or a distraction? Or this is one. Before you respond, ask, what would peace do right now? Now, if all of those answers, if they're not aligned with your peace and your purpose, man, you gotta let it go. Here's another thing that you could do. Create space to process in private. Like really, before you react emotionally, take time to pause. Step away, journal, pray. Like walking away often means pausing long enough to let God guide your next move. And this one right here was a game changer for me. You ready? Knowing your triggers and pre-planning your exit. Come on, look, we already know what pulls us into negativity. Like certain conversations or social media patterns or even toxic people. So I'm saying create an exit plan. Like if this comes up, I'll pivot the convo and leave. Or if this account triggers me, I'll mute it. Or maybe if this friend brings chaos, I'll shorten the call. What I'm saying is that when drama sends you an invitation, you don't have to accept it. Just breathe deep, stand tall, and walk away. That's not avoidance. It's a strategy to protect your peace. Yeah, I'm Terrence Sams. If you like this video, you will love the next one, where I highlight the most important habits to change if you want to shift your life.